Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, April 19th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. So the Bears have to feel very good about themselves. Down about 15, 16 bucks on the week, a little over 3%. The interesting thing, ES attempted to go trend down 4 times today and never held it. NQ does hold a very small trend day down. They also hold a very small gap down, but they had multiple attempts at a triple distribution day down, but couldn't get it. They do take out February's low from this year. They do end with a double distribution day. The majority, I think, of that damage was done by Netflix and Nvidia for NQ. Righty goes out with an 11 wide point of control and an afternoon rally high in I. They didn't get their IB low until K. We end up only with an afternoon rally high and a day's high and low. NQ has the afternoon rally high, and like I said, trend day and gap. I'll recap all of these charts at the end of this video. Our volume in ES inspires 92 million. We're down one time framing down now 6 days, and the volume has not been good. No doubt price has been going lower. We finally wiped out a bunch of weekly lows. Again, I don't see anything wrong with this. I think we're down like 6% so far for the from the highs, from the all-time high in ES. I think that's very healthy. I don't think people start quote unquote worrying or panicking a little bit unless we start going down 10% or more from the all-time highs. This is healthy. It's been incredibly orderly. Even Monday's quadruple distribution day down, there hasn't been that real rips, with no pushes up or anything like that, even though we closed near the lows of the week. Again, I believe for them, and this is how I try to tell people in the room how I differentiate. When I say long-term players aren't selling the market, I'm talking about what we're dealing with right here, with the futures and stuff. Without a doubt, long-term money is selling individual stocks. Okay, and Netflix did 4 times its average volume. That's long-term money getting out. Right? They want out. They think it's a dead issue for now. They're liquidating either their whole position or part of it. Right? Even Nvidia did a lot of volume today. We got to keep an eye on that one over its average. So for sure, long-term plays in individual stocks are always buying and selling. But as far as dictating the market as a whole, we are not seeing it yet. That everybody, the long-term players are like, okay, get me the hell out. Not happening. Had an okay day today. Actually made money on 2 longs in ES early in the day. I took a long in A period when it came down against yesterday's value low to see, and the reason I did that is because we got the overnight high. So ES got the overnight high fairly quick. So when he came back to the overnight, not the overnight low, to the value low, I took a long and it got a responsive bounce off of that. And then I took a long in B period against yesterday's low because we had gotten the overnight high, and we got a responsive bounce on that. We never got our overnight low. Incredibly, we got close. Well, no, we didn't. Take that back. We didn't get close. NQ, after that whole round trip back almost to yesterday's low after the overnight, ends up getting their overnight low. Amazing. After that, though, I was looking for shorts. C period NQ, I was shorting it because we had a trend day down. I thought they were going to fill that gap. I would have shorted NQ if they had filled the gap. But talk about a head fake. Missed the gap in the overnight high in A period. Talk about front running. Talk about that a lot. Boy, oh boy. Never saw it. Never came close to seeing it again. So I was shorting NQ in C and D period versus the single prints in B. And the fact that and then in D period, we got the IB low. Believe it or not, I lost on a short in G. It came up, filled the single prints, It couldn't have been that. No, it was before they filled the single prints. If we had the single prints, I took the short inside of them. It kept climbing. I'm like, I'm out. So I lost on the short in G. I had a beautiful short in I, and boy, oh boy, did we nail this. I told the room way before it happened, so I'm going to be very patient. I said if ES gets between E's high and yesterday's low, it's a really good short. Look at that. Now, the reason I didn't, because I was involved in NQ. I also told the room if NQ gets above where their point of control was forming, I'm taking a short because I want to see that they don't get the C's low to keep point of control where it was at that time. Boy, oh boy, that was a beauty. Now, I didn't hold it nowhere near as long as I should have, but that worked out very nice. Just look at that. We nailed the high on both of these things. So even though I didn't participate in ES, I know a lot of people in the room participated in ES and a lot in NQ. Based on a lot of market-generated information, we also had two very visual points below us that I thought we were still going to get. In ES, that was the gap fill, which we finally did. And in NQ was the overnight low, which we finally did. If we had gotten those and rallied off after that point, I would have been a little more hesitant to take those shorts. But they hadn't. I thought they were great targets because the MGI was still showing how strong the sellers were in control. And boy, oh boy, we went and got them. Too bad I didn't ride them all the way down. And then after that, believe it or not, when we made new lows in K, I did take a long against the gap fill in the S. I made 4 points on it. Did go lower, but I made 4 points. And I did take a 3-lot long in ES against the overnight low. And again, I got paid on that before it went back down below it again. And I wasn't buying that again. I figured we'd get responsive bounces off of both of those things, and we did. So a decent day overall. Tiring day, tiring week. It's pretty tiring. I enjoy doing this. It really is fun. I love the passion of trying to figure out and especially help traders in our room. So excited to say I am going to have my daughter's working on fixing a new website for me. Remember, there's going to be price changes come May 1st. So you still have a bunch, 10, 11 days to take advantage of that special I'm running for the $80 for a quarter and $225 for the year, $225 for the year payable through Venmo or PayPal. So please take advantage of that. I think it'd be worth your while. Destinations, any SPY, 498.46, our afternoon rally high. Today's high of 500.46. Our low is 493.86, which is a weekly low. Our next 4 lows in SPY, this is amazing, are weekly lows. 493.86, 493.56, 490.72, 490.23. So there are huge price vacuums because there's nothing in between those except the weekly lows. That's because we climbed up so hard so fast. On ES, I put it in bigger increments already. Well, anyway, our high is 58. Our afternoon rally high is 37.50. And our low, which is a weekly low and monthly low right now, is 91.25. So let's go now and break down what's happening here. How is the landscape changing overall for this market? That is a wrong low in IWM, at least for now. The monthly low is today's low of 191.34. I'm hoping they correct that on their own. If not, I have to wait to the end of the month because whenever I correct it before the month's over, it'll go back down to it. It's weird. But anyway, the monthly is balanced, but the monthly low is right above February's low. So right now it's a 3-month balance, February, March, April. Because the balance is just forming, we don't know how big it's going to be. If we really do come in a lot, say for argument's sake, we come in to where we are on this bad tick, then you would encompass at least a 5-month balance. By the way, look where that bad tick is. You've heard, for people who have been following me, that's been a huge level in IWM, 173.39. 174.07 is that bad tick. Maybe that's an omen, my friends. So the monthly is a balance right now, 3 months as of now. The weekly came out of balance Last week, down, and down we go. So we're one time framing down 3 weeks. All right? So the weekly is down. The monthly is balanced. And the daily, for sure, is down. One time framing down. How much a day? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 days. Out of that gap, 8 days, one time framing down. And they're above the 200-day moving average now, only by about $4. Something to keep an eye on. Remember last year when they got below it? They were the canary in the coal mine right here. Back in September, they had gotten below it. I'm like, is that something to worry about? It certainly was. We met our yearly lows for all of us when that happened. They were the leader. So the monthly is balanced. Weekly and daily are down for the Russell. For NQ and triple Qs, monthly is balanced. Again, I'd call it a 3-month balance for now, but we still have a week and a half of trading in April, so it could be a bigger balance. Look at the weekly. We were in a 7-week balance. Remember I said, when you come out of this balance, the longer you're in it, you should come out with energy? Hello? Look at the energy we came out with. Pretty good, right? Pretty good energy. We have a $29 range so far. So, balance, right? You come out of balance, go with it. Boy, oh boy, it's paying. So the weekly is down, and the daily also down, one time framing down, 6 days. Now, the S&P. Our monthly, we've gotten more into February's range already. I'll see. I don't know what kind of... Right now, I'll say 2-month balance. If we start taking back more of February, then I'd probably say 3-month. But again, we'll see by the end of the month. Regardless, it's balanced right now. Okay? The weekly, down. So we went up 21 out of 22 weeks. And now in the past 3 weeks, we've taken back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weekly lows already. No, we didn't get... Did we get this one? No, we just missed this one. 5 weekly lows. We said we were going to do that, right? You knew they were going to take a bunch back, and they did. We'll see how many more they decide to take back. Maybe they go test the 490 level right around here and come into a nice balance at some point. But for now, the monthly is balanced, the weekly is down, and the daily, one time framing down for 6 days also. Now the volume, oh wow, look at that. Now remember, today's an expiration. So we are at 101 million, so it is in the top 10 volume. But again, it's nothing to, throw a party over. That volume still, this entire week, I'm not crazy about it for the amount that price went down, right? So from this day here, we've gone from 516, rounded out, 516 to 494. That's $20. So 4% or so. A little less than 4. The volume, though, on that $20 move has not been good. So just like we took back a lot of these weeks, at some point, I don't know when, we'll take back a lot of these daily highs. Hope you had a great week trading. Rest up. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for liking and subscribing to this channel, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.